Hi nursery, it's Miss Wright. I hope you all had a lovely weekend, and I'm here today to introduce you to our new story for the week, and our story is called Superworm. I'm going to be reading the story for you in a second, but first I'll introduce you to our new words for the week. Our first word is superhero. Some of you might know that word already because you have some favourite superheroes. Some people like Batman, some people like Spider-Man, or even Iron Man. And superheroes are people that can do some really cool things, and they've got lots of powers. And sometimes they use their powers to help other people and to be kind. And we could say that Superworm in our story is a superhero because he does lots of good things to help people. Our second word is power. And this might mean something that you're really good at. So Miss Wright's special power is baking. I love to bake. So you might like to have a think about what your special powers are. Are you good at riding your bike? Are you good at using your skipping rope? Or are you good at helping to tidy the house? Have a good think. So I'm going to read our story for us now, and I hope you all enjoy. Superworm. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. Help! Disaster! Baby Toad has hopped onto a major road. Quick, whatever can he do? Look, a superworm lasso. The bees are feeling bored today. They need a nice new game to play. Cheer up, bees, no need to mope. It's Superworm, the skipping rope. Beetle's fallen in the well. Is she drowning? Who can tell? Not to panic, all is fine. It's Superworm, the fishing line. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, uncle aunt and earwig aunt, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. The chant is carried on the air to Wizard Lizard in his lair. He mutters in his servant's ear, find that worm and bring him here. The servant crow is black and grim. Everyone is scared of him. They all let out a fearful shriek to see their hero in his beak. The wizard waves his magic flower. Now, Superworm, you're in my power. And you must tunnel grief and coil to find me treasure in the soil. Superworm is very cross to have a lizard as his boss. But when he tries to slink away, the wizard's magic makes him stay. For days he twists and winds, but all the treasure that he finds is 2 small buttons, half a cork, a toffee and a plastic fork. The wizard flicks an angry tail. Have one last try, and if you fail to find me that treasure down below, I'll feed you to my hungry crow. The crow is flapping through the air. Everyone looks up in fright. They see him perch upon an oak and listen to his dreadful croak. Superworm is good to eat. Superworm's a special treat. He'll be juicy, fat and firm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. Action quickly, at the double. Superworm's in frightful trouble. We must help him if we can. We must hatch a cunning plan. The garden creatures leave their home, carrying a honeycomb. They jump and fly and crawl and creep to find the lizard fast asleep. They chew the petals off his flower to rob him of his magic power. The caterpillars fetch some leaves while busily the spider weaves. The web is strong, the web is tough, the web is plenty big enough. The wizard wakes his isn't funny. I'm wrapped in leaves and stuck in honey. Then up the bees and beetles fly and lift the web up into the sky. This is the place. Bang, crash, thump. The wizard's in the rubbish dump. And now from somewhere underground there comes a distant rumbling sound. The earth begins to heave and then Superworm is back again. Superworm, the swing, the slide, the hula hoop, the fairground ride. Superworm, the belt, the hat, the crane, the train, the acrobat. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, uncle ant and earwig aunt, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm, hip hip hooray for Superworm. The end. I hope you enjoyed listening to our Superworm story nursery. Have lots of fun and see you next time.